It's week 1 of the NFL.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Nix to the air. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 60. Lutz on for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Here's Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And running with power here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are back within a score.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and veteran receiver Cortland Sutton getting set for their next drive. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. Screen play set up for Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First down, Broncos.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. This is caught inside the 15. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A huge play there for Denver, and even 60 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw, here's Nix. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. To throw is Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Working out of the gun is Nix. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. On fourth down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
46 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. And Walker once more. And some room to maneuver. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 47-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And defenses go into games against Seattle understanding that DK Metcalf is someone who presents a lot of problems for them with his blend of size, speed, and physicality, and he picks up another first down there. Big play guy, topped the 1,000-yard mark in each of the previous 2 seasons. If he keeps making plays like that, we know he's going to have a good shot to make it 3 straight by the end of this season.
Walker now on first and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off of play action, here's Smith. He'll get that to Charbonnet. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now it's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyrell Dodson able to get him for a loss of about 3. Here is 3rd down and 4. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Nix from the shotgun. This one swung out to Williams. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Off the bootleg, here's Nix. And some room to roam now. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, You would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. DJ Jones able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 29-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
It always seems like a lightning bolt when you get a big run on 3rd and inches. But in this case, all the credit has to go to the offensive line. They out-leveraged the defensive front and created a gap for him to get through and create that big-time run.
This is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Walker diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And coming out now, the Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Returnable for Lockett. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Here's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Play action. It's Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 112 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their side.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is down to 4. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Nix to the air. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual-threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nix. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in Week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, People are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Looking to throw. Nix throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Nix to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And he will slide down with a good gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The kick by Lutz is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now it's Smith. He completes this to Walker.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's returnable now for Smith. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. This is Fant on the short completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A pitch comes to Walker, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 3rd and 2.
Brings up third down and 2.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the...
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Now he's forced out left. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Smith now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 21. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 33. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing Nix. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now a 2nd and 2. Now it's Nix. And he fends him off. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop it, looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. That time, a 9-play drive. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. On the counter, it's Walker. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 141 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run again with Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On third down, here's Walker. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Second down and 8. Smith. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered. and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on third, and then the tables turn. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2. To throw, here's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Nix. Got a man open. It's Sutton. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Broncos on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nix quickly into the hands of Mims. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Nix on the slant, completes to Sutton. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. McLaughlin will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, now how about this return? A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
At the 37-yard line.
Now Geno. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Geno now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The give is to McLaughlin. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Nix to the air. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So Geno and the Seahawks down by 2 touchdowns. Just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. To throw is Smith. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after a short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Smith to throw.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Smith. He's going to let it fly. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Buying time to his left. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Howell to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. That is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Broncos, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.